Hey everybody, I just wanted to touch on a little bit about what I talked about yesterday. And what we talked about yesterday was, of course, well, Warren Buffett. What else, right? So, the idea is what we were talking about was so, how do we invest? Kind of like Warren Buffett as a value investor, a long-time investor, and still try to beat the market. I mean, can we beat the market? Well, Warren Buffett's doing it with stocks such as I'm looking at right here, stocks such as Coca-Cola, American Express. He owns some Visa, Bank of America. You know, banks, credit cards, just like we talked about, right? But what do? I mean, do you buy the banks and the credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, whatever, Bank of America, JP Morgan? Do you buy these? Or do you just buy Berkshire Hathaway? I mean, wouldn't that be a lot easier and smarter? Well, I think so. I mean, Berkshire Hathaway, it's a stock, okay? I prefer ETFs, but it's a stock, but it's almost like an ETF. He owns so many things in it. Now, his big four positions, the top four, are like 85% of his holdings, okay? But having said that, he still owns at least 50 different stocks in Berkshire Hathaway. So how do we do this and beat the market, right? Well, I would say just buy Berkshire Hathaway. Now, you don't want to pay a crazy price for it, but you got to remember, you do that or you buy all the separate stocks, right? If you want to follow Warren Buffett. And when do you buy those? Well, some of them are going to be overvalued. Let's say American Express. Let's just say it was overvalued. Do you buy it now? Do you wait, right? Well, you want to buy it near value or undervalue, okay? And the easiest way to do this, like I said, is either do that with all the separate stocks or a lot of the separate stocks, maybe the big four, the big 10, whatever. But it's just easier to buy Berkshire Hathaway. So I think, in my opinion, that's the way to go. And if you don't want to own just that, and you shouldn't, nobody should own really just one stock, even though, it's Berkshire Hathaway. Here's another one, SCHD. Now, that's an ETF. And what I like about SCHD is, first of all, it's one of the best ETFs you can buy, and it pays a dividend. Now, before you get started on dividends, some people like them, some people don't. I happen to like them. Why? Because when you buy an ETF or a stock that pays a dividend, you start getting your money back. Sounds pretty good to me. Now, the argument to that is, well, I could always just sell the stock on my own and start getting my money back. Yeah, but you wouldn't know when to. They'll do it for you, and it's automatic. You have no choice. It's the way it is. Dividends are the way it is in a lot of stocks and ETFs. So, my vote is buy some SCHD, which has beaten the market, by the way, ever since its inception. I think about 11 or 12 years ago. So it's beaten the S&P 500. And when I say the market, I'm talking about the S&P 500, okay? So if you want to beat that 10%, SCHD is doing it and you get a dividend, and Berkshire Hathaway is doing it. And no dividend. That's the only thing I don't like about Berkshire Hathaway, by the way. Now, what do I own? Yes, I own some SCHD and I own some Berkshire. So, you do what you want to do, but I think buying Berkshire is easier than buying and probably smarter than buying the separate stocks. Although there's nothing wrong with that either. The stocks that are in his portfolio, especially the big ones. So take that for what you will, words of wisdom, whatever, thoughts that I have, hopefully that'll do us all some good. So again, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. You know the deal. And I'm still working on getting better at this. So, give me time. And bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much.